Coach-Topher.
What's going on, everybody? Coach-Topher here. Alright guys, this is not Modern Warfare 3 or any kind of Call of Duty. It's something a little different. I don't know if you've heard, but I have had a little bit of an obsession with MLB 12 The Show, a baseball game. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but I've told you in the past that I played baseball in college and played a couple years of semi-pro ball before I got hurt. Now, the one thing I love about this game is that, well, besides the fact the Cubs are actually winning and I've gotten them into the playoffs, which is a pretty good time to do this. It's October, it's playoff time. So I figured I'd share some of my baseball stories with you. And this one that I'm going to tell happens to be one of my most embarrassing moments ever. But as I was saying, the thing I love about this game is the fact that I am able to be way better than I ever was. I mean, I was a good player. I got a lot better towards the end of my career. I finally started getting things clicking, and then I got hurt. But this game gives me the ability to be everything that I never could be in real life. So that's what video games are for, and I use the hell out of it for this. Now, so I am going to share one of the most embarrassing moments of my entire life, and definitely the most embarrassing moment of my sporting career. Now, when I graduated from high school, I had two choices. Go to Purdue, try and walk on and sit on the bench for 2 or 3 years till I got a shot. Or I had a half scholarship offer from a very small junior college in Illinois, out in the middle of nowhere. And I kind of struggled as to what to do. Go out to Illinois or just stay here at Purdue, get my degree and, try and walk on. Well, I made the decision to go ahead and go out to Illinois, go to this smaller school on a half scholarship, and I went out there and I busted my ass. Now, I'm not saying this to sound cocky or anything, but I will not be outworked. I've always been the hardest working person, whether it was in sports. I had to work harder. I mean, I had some physical gifts and tools, but nowhere near what, everybody else did. I mean, hell, four guys on my high school baseball team that I played with have World Series rings. 3 of them as players, 1 of them as a scout, and he was even drafted in the first 5 rounds as a catcher. So I came from a very prestigious baseball school or area, and, I thought, hell, I sucked because I had so many good players around me. But anyway, I went out there, I earned a full scholarship, made a lot of great friends, but the problem was I went in the middle of the year. So I went out there in January. We started baseball practice right after that. Well, it's absolutely freezing out there. It's out in the middle of the cornfield. It was snowing and raining and we could not get outside. So it had probably been I'd say a good year or so since I had actually seen a fly ball, something hit to me in the outfield up in the air. We were in the gymnasium. There wasn't a whole lot of opportunity to kind of get reacclimated. I'd been out of the game for about a year. So we were just inside throwing and hitting. There were no fly balls, no outfield practice. So in college, we played doubleheaders, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, traveling 3-4 hours at a clip to go do these things. Well, it's my first doubleheader. We pack up and we go out there, and someone was throwing a couple of pop flies in the icy parking lot just so we kind of have a look at it. Well, we make the couple-hour trip. We get there. It's absolutely miserable, just like sleeting rain/snow. So we play the first game. I got a chance to pinch hit. Didn't get out in the outfield, so I at least got 1 college at bat. I don't even remember how I did. But we start the second game, and I actually started. And so I'm in the outfield, and the game's going along. It's just miserable. I really don't want to be out there. I don't think anybody wanted to be out there. So I'm out in center field, and we get to the bottom of the 7th inning, and we were up by 1 run. Well, needless to say, the game got tied up, and there was a runner on second base. So I'm in the outfield, and here comes the windup and the pitch. There are 2 outs, and the batter hits this little looping single that drops in between a rushing shortstop and right fielder, right in between the gap. So these two come in, they almost collide on each other, and accidentally one of them steps on the ball and actually pushes it into the wet, soggy ground. Well, I see the guy who kind of got caught up on second. He tags up and he starts heading for third. Well, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I reach down into the ground, pick this soaking wet baseball up, rear back, and I should not have done this. It goes against every rule in baseball. I should have hit my cutoff man. I should have held the ball. I should have kept the runner at third and not tried to give the game away. Anyway, as I pick this soaking wet ball up and I rear back, and I can still vividly remember this, thinking, I know this is stupid, but I got a good arm and I'm going to nail this son of a bitch. Well, as I let that ball go, I felt it slide off my fingers and I did not catch those seams. And I watched, and I can still see this like it was yesterday. The ball starts rising up, and I see our third baseman. I can still see his eyes just wide as saucers jump up in the air. And this ball goes sailing over our third baseman's head, over the fence, out of play, and the game-winning run comes home to score. I threw the ball out of the field. Lost the game. That wouldn't be the worst part of it. The worst part was one of the parents of the other team was standing there cheering. And the ball, after it sailed over our third baseman's head, went and hit this guy right in the neck and dropped him like a sack of potatoes. So, besides losing the game, and I had one or two teammates say some pretty nasty shit to me, but watching that poor man drop to the ground and have to receive medical attention because I not only lost the game, but I tagged him in the throat and chest with a baseball. And I actually threw the damn thing pretty hard, but it was humiliating. And we had a 2.5, 3 hour ride back home, and I'll never forget the pitcher who absolutely sucked. And he's the one who put us in the damn position where we lost the game anyway. But I remember him walking up and just being like, way to blow it, rookie, and something just stupid. And I just remember wanting to just crawl under second base or just like thinking, maybe I can find some other way to get home. But you know what? Sometimes in life, you just have to kind of just deal with what happened and suck it up. And while it was an awkward ride home for the first half an hour or so, things kind of thawed out, and everybody forgave me for making that stupid decision. And we went on and had a pretty decent season, and I learned from it. I learned that just because you can do something doesn't always mean that you should. And bottom line is, when you screw up in life, sometimes the best thing to do, well, actually I take that back, almost always the best thing to do is just own up to it, accept it, and move on. And you know what? It made me a better person and a better baseball player. And I think my teammates actually, appreciated how I reacted to it, because I just could have just said, just lost all confidence and stopped working hard and not learned a lesson from it. And I guess my lesson was, don't be such a dumbass. But anyway, if you were there, you would know how truly embarrassing it was. Like I said, it's just one of those things that just sticks with me. So anyway, I'm going to tell you guys a couple more baseball stories over the next couple of weeks. Like I said, it's baseball time, and I don't really care to watch baseball that much unless I have like a cousin or I'm coaching a team. But there's something very, very special about the Fall Classic. But there are some other baseball stories. I mean, guys, I played the game for almost 20 years. So it was really a part of myself, my friends, how I identify myself and my family. And I have a lot of really kind of cool stories that I'd like to share with you guys. So, but thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I know it's not the normal Call of Duty stuff, but this was something that I've been having a lot of fun with, this baseball. And I figured one of my most embarrassing moments was, with baseball, and I've got this game. So thanks a lot, guys, and really look forward to telling you some more stories. Real quick, guys, a good friend of mine named Moonlight Swami makes awesome sports videos and a lot of awesome baseball videos as well, too. I'm going to put a link to Moonlight Swami in the description. If you guys could do me a favor, just click on that link, go check out a couple of his videos, leave a like, leave a comment, let him know Coach-Topher sent you. Really appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot.
We'll stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going.
Not too high, too hard. Who gives a shit? It's gone.
That's away from my kids.
Hey, why don't you blow me up? You're gone.
I got a feeling, baby, I am the villain.
Cracking skulls, bitch!